I decided to go upside down every single day for a month, and the benefits I received were nothing short of amazing. I gained more focus, more clarity, and more awareness while keeping my energy grounded with presence. For years, I struggled with a mind that was foggy and stuck on static. There was constant anxiety, scattered focus, and that heavy feeling of being always on but never productive. Now, as a yoga therapist and Ayurvedic health practitioner, I learned that headstand was the king of asanas, a physical reset button for the brain. After doing this consistently, the shift wasn't just in my strength, it was in my brain and entire nervous system. The anxiety started to lift, and for the first time, I could actually concentrate on one thing at a time. Today, I'm showing you exactly how you can use this 30-day practice to find that same clarity regardless of your starting point. Now, if the thought of a headstand sounds impossible, stay with me. You don't need to be an advanced yogi or an acrobat to get these benefits. I'm going to break this down into 3 levels: a beginner's modification that anyone can do today, an assisted version for intermediates, and the full progression for advanced practitioners. Stick around until the end to see which variation will help you reset your nervous system today. So, what exactly happens when you go upside down? Well, first, there's the brain boost. By going upside down, you're sending a rich supply of oxygenated blood directly to your hypothalamus and pituitary glands. These are the master controllers of your nervous and endocrine system that can help you relieve stress and be more centered and calm. Then there's the vagus nerve. This inversion stimulates the vagus nerve, which is the on-off switch for your parasympathetic nervous system, the one that helps you reset and put you in relaxed mode. And this is greatly needed for focus and concentration. And then finally, there's that lymphatic drainage. Headstand or any inverted posture assists in moving stagnant fluid away from your lower extremities, reducing inflammation and giving your heart a much needed break from pumping blood uphill. And this helps to rejuvenate and restore your whole body. Now, let's get into the first posture. Now, the first version for this level 1 or beginner practitioner is great. And it's also excellent for anyone who has neck concerns. And what we'll do is we're going to start in what we call the dolphin pose. Now, the trick is getting your head below the heart without weight-bearing pressure. Focus on deep diaphragmatic breaths, and this is where your nervous system really begins to soften. So what you want to do is you want to start by interlocking your fingers and then just taking your little finger and tucking it in so you have a nice flat surface on the edges of your hand. And you're going to create this triangle shape with your forearms. We'll place those forearms and elbows to the mat and really ground into those arms. And then from here, from your knees, we're going to slowly lift the knees off the floor and come into a dolphin pose, which is very similar to the downward dog pose, okay? And then basically you're just letting your head and neck relax without bringing the crown of your head to the floor. So it will not touch the floor, but you're just feeling this nice inversion, that nectar flowing towards the head. And you can walk your feet forward a little bit. So we'll take some nice deep breaths. You're engaging the arms and the shoulders and the core, so really strengthening those areas. Okay, and after a few breaths, you can drop your knees to the floor and then take a breath or two in child's pose. So a very simple variation for the headstand pose. Now, what we're going to do is demonstrate the next version, the level 2 or the intermediate one. And for this one, we'll start to bring a little bit more of the weight into your head. And this will build more of that shoulder stability and core engagement needed to protect your cervical spine while giving you 100% of the blood flow benefits. Okay, so for this one here, same thing. I'm going to interlock the fingers, tuck the little finger in, creating that nice triangle shape with the arms, and then placing, again, the forearms and elbows to the floor, really grounding in. We'll lift the knees off the floor, okay? So coming into dolphin pose, which was the first variation inversion. But this time we're going to just bring the crown of the head to the floor, okay? And just kind of root in without putting any weight into the head. So we're going to bear the weight into the arms and shoulders, keep the core engaged. And just notice what it feels like to make connection with the crown to the floor with very, very little pressure into the head. Okay, most of the weight, again, bearing into the arms and shoulders. Take a few deep breaths here. And then you can drop your knees to the floor. Again, come into child's pose for a breath or two. All right. Now, we're going to move into the level 3, the advanced headstand posture. Now, this should really only be practiced by those who have done the level 1 and 2 for some time and have the upper body strength and the core strength to support themselves without putting too much pressure on the head. So most of the weight should still be supported by the arms, shoulders, and the core as to not compress the spine. This version also requires a sense of balance and intense neurological focus, which forces your mind to stay present and quiet in the moment, filtering out mental noise. Okay, so same thing here. We're going to interlock the fingers, tuck the little finger in, and make that triangle shape with the forearms. Now, what you can do is bring the back of the head. So we're going to lift the knees off the floor into dolphin and bring the back of the head right up to the palms, the bottom of the palms. So the hands are supporting the head in the position. And then you can walk your feet up. And then you can start by lifting one leg up. And then bringing it down, lifting the other leg up. And bringing it down. And then when you're ready, work on lifting both legs up. You can slowly kick them or lift them. And then as you straighten the legs, you can flex the ankles, press the heels up towards the ceiling as though you're pressing the feet up into the ceiling. Feeling a little bit of weight onto the head. But again, most of that weight is being held by the shoulders and the arms and the core. So there's not a lot of pressure into the head. There's no compression into my neck or my spine at all. You can work on straightening the legs, but you don't have to be perfect in the posture. What we want to do is just find that sense of balance and get that full inversion with all that nectar flowing from the feet all the way down to the crown of your head. And after 3, 5, or even 10 breaths, you can slowly bring the feet down, come into your child's pose. Take a couple of deep breaths here. Okay, so always follow your headstand with a child's pose to allow the blood pressure to equalize. All right, there you have it. The goal isn't just to stand on your head, it's to change the state of your mind and enhance your focus, your calm, and clarity. Start with any of these inversions and hold it for up to a minute if you can. Once you practice for a while and feel more confident, you can hold for longer. Sometimes I'll go into a full headstand for 5 minutes, and that really gets the blood flowing to the brain. Try the variation that challenges you today, and let me know in the comments below. How do you feel from going upside down? Peace and namaste.